Hello, accelerated math students. We have a quiz this week, so we're going to do a very quick review. You should watch this before you do your study guide. Let's start with 4.1. 4.1, the biggest thing was graphing the equation. And I told you to pick 5 x's. One of them should be negative. Keep it simple. Small numbers, and then work with fractions. Like 1/2, you're going to take 2's. 1/3, you're going to take 3's. Keep it simple. Plug your x's into the equation and find your y's, and then plot those 5 points on the graph, and then draw a line all the way through the graph, straight line. Use the straight edge, will be on your iPad, so you can draw a straight line that way and go all the way through the graph. So let's try one. We have an equation of negative 1/2 plus 4. Y equals negative 1/2 plus 4. First of all, I told you to pick 5, so you're going to have to extend the table a little bit. It is 1/2, negative 1/2 actually. So I'm going to pick 2's. I'm going to pick multiples of 2, and I'm going to start with my negative, 0, and then 2, 4, and 6. So now I'm going to plug it in. Negative 1/2 times a negative 2 plus 4. Negative times a negative gives me a positive. Half of 2 is 1, plus 4 gives me 5. This one's easy. Negative 1/2 of 0 plus 4. Anything times 0 is 0. Plus 4 gives me 4. You can kind of already start to see the pattern, so let's do one more. Negative 1/2 times 2 plus 4. So negative times a positive is a negative. 1/2 of 2 is 1, so negative 1 plus 4 gives me 3. So you can see the pattern, so I'm just going to finish it 2 and 1. So now that I have my points, I'm going to plot them on the graph. So my first one is negative 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's my first point. I'm going to erase these so I don't get mixed up. 0, 4. So 0's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 would be right here. 4, 2 is going to be right here. And 6, 1 is right here. So now let's see if I can do this. You're going to draw a line, straight line all the way through the graph. So I'm going to try and do this on here, but I should be able to do a straight line, and then I should be able to make that a line. Nope, I gotta draw it again. Let's try this. Here we go. There's my straight line all the way through the graph. And of course I'm gonna put, arrows on the end. I wonder why it's not doing it. But anyway, you're gonna draw a straight line all the way through the graph. That's what that looks like. Remember our X and Y when we have, I'm going to draw a quick ugly graph here. Remember, if we had X equals 4, we don't have any Y, so we're only going to go over on the X, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a straight, whoops, not right through that point, but a straight vertical line. The flip side, Y equals 2, we don't have any X's, so we go up 2 on the Y. It is a straight horizontal line. Got to be able to graph those as well. Now this other part we didn't go over too much, but it shouldn't be hard to figure out. I've got an X and I've got a Y. I've got an X and a Y on every single problem, and all I'm going to do is plug them in. So Y, which is 6 for this first one, equals negative 2 times 1 plus 2. Well, negative 2 times 1 is a negative 2. Plus 2 would give me 0. This one is not a solution. I'm going to do it for all of them, and I'm going to circle the ones which are a solution. Same thing down here. I've got an x and a y, other way around, sorry. X and y, and I'm going to plug them in. Y is negative 27 equals a negative 8 times x plus 3. So negative 8 times 3 is a negative 24 plus 3 gives me, I believe, a negative 21. That does not equal negative 27. So would it be a solution? No. Here it says to justify your solution. And basically, ladies and gentlemen, this is your justification right there. Show your work, and that's your justification. So let's go back to 4.2. This is where we talked about slope. Whoops, let's use a pen instead of the highlighter. Slope. Slope is always m. Rise over run is on a graph. Change in y over change in x is on a table. And we really didn't talk about this. We're not going to worry about it right now. But you need to know how to find a slope. So you're going to be finding slope on graphs. So here we go. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do number 5. Rise over run. So I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2. And I'm going to simplify it. It could be 2 over 1 or just plain 2. Don't forget positive slopes and negative slopes. This one is going up, so it is a positive. This one here is going down, so this would be a negative slope. Don't forget slopes of 0. This is 0, remember. And if you get one that's vertical, that is undefined. Do not get them mixed up. You're going to be finding slopes on a table. And remember, we're going to find the changes. So we've got negative 5 to 0 to 5 to 10. I'm going up 5 each time. 4 to 6 to 8 to 10. I'm going up 2 each time. But remember, it's the change in y over the change in x. So I'm going to flip these two around. 2 over 5. And there's my answer. Finally, you're going to find if they're parallel or perpendicular. And here too, it's saying prove your answer by finding the slope of each line. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the slope of each line. So I'm going to start with this one, start with number 13. Whoops, again, need a pencil, sorry. 1, 2, 3 over 1. So this slope is 3 over 1. And I'm just going to leave it as a fraction for right now. Slope of the other line. The rise is 1. And the run is 1, 2, 3. But it went backwards, so it's negative 1/3. So take a look at this. I've got 3 over 1 and negative 1/3. They're opposite and inverted, so I know that these two lines are perpendicular. And I proved it by finding both slopes. Same thing with parallel lines. Start with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That goes all the way up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can simplify that to 5 over 2. Let's do the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. This one's already 5 over 2. Exact same slope. These two lines are parallel. Excuse me. So now you can download the study guide, 4.1 to 4.2 study guide, into Notability and do it. I will post the answers on Wednesday. Then, if you have any questions on problems that you got wrong or anything, please message me or bring them to the Google Meet, whatever you have to do. Message me and get ready for the quiz, sorry. The quiz I will post on Thursday morning. I will post it. And it's going to be due on Tuesday, December 22nd. And you'll drop it into the Dropbox right into Schoology. Everything is in Schoology this week. Message me if you have questions. Otherwise, have a great week.